Whenever y'all are ready, jump right in.
Why do I get nervous all the time? Hi, my name is Sarah Thomason, your everyday Southern mama trying to learn how to cook healthy for her family. And I am here with Chef Olivier, who is going to show us today how to fillet an entire salmon. So after this, we're going to make a few dishes, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay.
Okay.
Show us how to do this.
So first, how to pick your salmon.
Ah, that would be important.
That will be important. So we're trying to find how do you check for freshness?
Oh, you're just right in that eye right
so
there.
you see that eye?
Uh-huh.
Very shiny, you know. Now I'm going to show you the gills. They're dark and they're slimy. You want that slime. That's darkness and sliminess, sign of freshness for the fish. Also, the fish should be slimy and shiny.
Okay.
You know, it's very shiny.
Do they let you do all this at the market? That you say, like, show me the gills?
Oh, yes, you can ask. You ask.
Okay.
You go to the market. You're spending your own money. You can ask anything you want.
Okay.
You know, you want to make sure that the product you're buying is the right product.
Okay.
So don't be shy. You know.
About
and
asking.
same thing. They will do it differently. Like you can ask for it to be like this one, just scaled and whole. You can ask for it to be sliced. You can ask for it to be filleted. Whatever you want. So that's what your fishmonger should be able to provide for you.
Okay.
So when you usually fillet the salmon, when I usually fillet it, I will not remove the head. I will do it straight. But to explain you how to place your knife on the spine, because the idea is to place the knife on the spine of the fish and to go along the spine. So you detach both fillets. There is one fillet on that side, one on the other side.
Okay.
Okay. So I will cut the head, and I will show you exactly where to place your knife against the spine to make a nice cut.
Okay.
So the head is easy. Obviously, you need a sharp knife. You always need sharp knife when you cook. Yeah? Just behind here, you can see that's the head.
So right against this.
Right again, and I'm
Okay.
gonna go behind it like this.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So the easiest way to do it is to turn it again. The same on the other side. And that is just a little...
Just pops right on off.
And here you get the head.
We should have done a disclaimer that this is probably not a kid-friendly video.
It is. Kids will love that. So, now we're talking about the spine. You see that bone in the center?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's the spine.
Okay.
So, you get one fillet here, one fillet there.
Okay.
So the idea is to put your knife on the spine and simply run it all the way down to the tail.
Okay.
All right? But there is a little trick there.
Okay.
So imagine my finger here is the spine. When I place my knife on it, I can't go that way because I will leave too much meat on the bone. I want to get a little angle like this. So I'm basically, as I go,
So that it separates.
Yeah, I'm scraping the bone.
Okay.
But I don't go into the bone.
No fish left behind.
No, no fish left behind. Exactly that. You get me. All right, so I will turn the other way because I'm right-handed, so
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
for me to
Me too.
go that way. You get your spine. I'm placing my knife against it, but a bit of an angle, and I'm gonna go all the way through.
I mean, that's slicing just very easily.
Yeah, if you just follow the spine, and you can hear, I'm cutting through the little bones. All right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a clean one.
This
And
is the
place
satisfying part,
as first
seeing
fillet.
it. Okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
All right? So for the second one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go underneath the bone instead of top.
Okay.
And same thing, I'm gonna change the angle. Remember my angle like this? I'm gonna go like that.
Okay.
So first cut, and then I'm going a bit up and going through. Don't worry about the meat which is left on the bone there, because with a spoon we're gonna scrape it and we can use it to make a tartare or mousse.
Okay.
And we don't, as you say, no fish left behind.
No fish left behind. That's right. Okay.
So you want to go through like this.
You're making this look pretty simple.
It is simple. So I'll put the bone there. So now you know that really ugly like that. So we need to clean it because we still have bones here, which are the ribs,
Okay.
and bones here. So you place your knife again against those bones there on the ribs,
So everything
you-
just at an angle.
and you just slice, let your knife slice. So take your time, you don't have to rush it. You just want to make sure that you're following the ribs and the bones. Okay? Same thing, none of that will be thrown away because that's very good to make soup.
Oh, okay. And that's why you want to stay tuned for more recipes.
Oh, the idea in a kitchen, remember in a kitchen, it's mainly when you're at home. You don't want to waste anything, so you're trying always to see what we can use. So no wastage is always using everything you can from everything. People usually do that with chicken. You usually use the bone of the
Right.
of the roast chicken to make a soup or a
Right.
stock, but we can also do it with fish.
Yeah, you don't think about doing it with fish as much as you do with chicken.
No, because people don't think about a nice fish soup. So you see that fattiness? That's very nice as well. You want
That
fat-
means you chose a good one.
Oh yeah, you want your fish, your salmon to be fatty. A little bit. So we got different type of salmon. This one is Atlantic salmon. You can have king salmon if you want to do something like sashimi because it got a very high content of fat. You can use some Alaskan salmon, which is actually, have you ever seen that wild Alaskan salmon, which is very, very orangey and kind of lean? That's also delicious to have salmon steak. So it all depends on what you like. There are different type of salmon. I will not tell you which one is the best because it all depends on what you like.
Okay.
It have nothing to see with what people think. It's about your personal taste.
What's your favorite?
I like this one a lot.
The Atlantic.
Let's say the Atlantic salmon is way more versatile for a chef. You can do way more things with an Atlantic salmon that you can do with a king salmon or with an Alaskan salmon.
So Atlantic would be safe to say is a safe buy to buy whole fish because you can make all different types of recipes with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So now we've got our two fillets. But what we don't want, I don't know if you see that, those little pin there. So for that, we've got a little tool, which is just a tweezer.
Oh.
Okay? So you just want with your finger, you're gonna go they're all aligned. So you're just gonna go like this, and as your finger goes, you
Oh, wow.
with your finger you can feel where they are, and you just use the tweezers to pull. So the idea is to pull in that direction.
Wow, that's
The
so
way
satisfying
yeah,
to watch.
Because if you pull that way, you see what I'm doing that?
It'll rip.
I'm just rip the salmon. So I need to pull.
Okay, so pull in the direction they're growing in.
They're growing.
Yeah, okay.
So they're not going all the way down, but probably at least half the way to the salmon.
Now, what if you forget to do this? What happens?
Well, you get bones in your fish.
Okay. So worst case is you've got some bones.
Yeah, the worst case is that you get bones in your fish, which is not really what you want. Okay, so now
They're gone.
they're all
Oh,
done. So
okay. Wow.
they're all there. So I'm going to use this one to show you how to remove the skin. So, because on this one you get the skin.
Okay.
But let's say this one we want to use it for a recipe with no skin.
Okay.
Same principle. Angle on your knife.
Okay.
Little angle. So I'm going to cut here. That part I don't really need. That's really brown, the brown part fatty. There. Okay. And so what I'm doing, I'm going to use a cloth or paper to make sure it doesn't slide. Hold that part, pull on it, and with my knife, I'm going to run against the skin.
Okay. So angle, hold, pull.
Angle, hold, pull. You have to be careful not to cut through the skin, which can happen really easily when your knife is very sharp. All right, so you get your skin.
Wow, look at that.
You're not gonna, so some people will cut the skin and fry it, make salmon skin chips, or, you can do that. Absolutely.
Oh, I did not know you could eat
Yeah,
that.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, there is some restaurant when they simply separate the two, serve you the fish, and make a they cook the skin between two Pyrex glass, and you make a very, very thin and transparent like crystal salmon skin. So you can absolutely use that.
Okay.
There's a lot of gelatin in the skin. It's very nice, very tasty, a lot of flavor in it. So what we don't like here is all that part, which is a lot of, you get a bloodline here, because obviously through that muscle, because that's muscle, pure muscle, there is need to be fed by something. So you get a lot of blood coming through there, and all that part is the fat.
Okay.
We don't really like that. We don't really like the look of it. It doesn't taste very good. So we're gonna cut right following that line.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. So far, so good. And we're gonna remove all that,
Oh, the nasty part.
all the nasty part. So same way, you keeping your, as I did for the skin, you put on the part you don't like, and you just run your knife through
Down.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so like that you will end up with a nice clean salmon.
Wow. Beautiful.
So you're gonna do the next one?
No, I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
I'm not ready yet, but I'm learning. Maybe next video.
I will want to see that.
I will try to fillet an entire fish.
And that's how you cut a round fish. So any fish which is round, got two fillets, will be kind of cut the same way.
Okay.
There is two type of fish: the flat fish, which you usually get 4 fillets, like the flounder, the Dover sole. They will have 4 fillets, or all the other one will have 2 fillets. So this one will be perfect, a perfect piece of fish to look at that.
Yeah, and now if we wanted, we could cut it and slice it and store it, freeze it.
You could do anything. Now we can portion it like that and do whatever we want with it.
More manageable. Okay.
So now we're actually gonna portion. We're gonna remove the bones on the one with the skin. Here we go.
And leave the skin on.
And we keep the skin on for this one, because we can do some recipe with the skin on as well.
Now, can you freeze salmon with the skin on?
You can freeze salmon with skin on or skin off. Doesn't
Okay.
really matter. And I suggest that if you want to do sushi or sashimi, I suggest that you freeze your salmon first.
Okay. With the skin on or the skin off?
Oh, sashimi, you will have the skin off.
Okay.
Usually.
Right.
It's same thing, personal choice. But obviously, classically, we'll have the skin off. But if you do sashimi, you want to freeze your salmon, not long, but overnight, just a night, because you want it to kill the bacteria. The cold will kill the bacteria inside.
Oh, okay.
And same thing. People think that tuna and salmon for sushi has to be extremely fresh. It's not the case. You actually serve them at their peak. They need to be a little bit of not hot will be a big word, but they have to age a bit. You know, if you go to real sushi places in Japan, they will let the fish age a bit before they serve it to you, because a fish which is fresh out of the water, first, its texture is very hard, tough, and chewy, and it's full of bacteria, full of life inside, parasite and stuff like that. So you freeze it a little bit. You let it age as well, and then you serve it. You serve it at peak.
Okay.
All right. So for the salmon like this, there is different ways to do it. When you want your salmon with skin, you can cut it like this.
Smaller portions. This is what I'm used to buying at the grocery store.
Yes.
Yes. Just
So
a fillet.
Just a fillet like this. Now, the way I very like it, with the skin still, It's actually starting the same way that we did with the skin off. I'm gonna cut right there.
Right down the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have some different pieces. So I'm gonna like pieces like that. Look at that.
That's more of a square. Why
Yes.
do you like them more like this than that?
So, and I can give you that as well. For example, when people come at the restaurant, depending if they want the salmon, if you want your salmon medium rare, I will use this part.
Oh, it's easier.
If you want your salmon medium well, I will use this one because it's only thinner.
Okay.
And I think it looks so much prettier on a plate than a big one, than a long one.
Okay.
Okay?
So just personal preference.
It's personal preference, but it also shows you there is so many ways to do the same thing. It's still a portion of salmon that you can also put in a zip-up bag and
Right.
freeze,
Right.
for next time. But it's cut differently.
Okay. Love
Alright.
that. Lots of options here.
A lot of options there.
Okay.
So you can have it skin off, skin on, square, long.
Yeah.
You can leave it whole. You can put in barbecue if you want a whole fillet. If your barbecue is large enough, it's very versatile.
Okay.
As soon as you buy full fish, you can do so much thing with it. And don't throw the bones because you can do soup with it.
So stay tuned because we're going to show you what we're going to do with all of this.